Hi and welcome. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to talk about cryptocurrency. I was having a conversation about 3 months ago with my mom, and I was encouraging her to invest in cryptocurrency, invest in Bitcoin, buy some, Mom, buy it now. This is a great time to do it. And she told me she wanted to talk to her financial advisor. So I told her, go ahead and ask her financial advisor about cryptocurrency, but I wanted to give her some information. I gave her 3 questions that she can ask her financial planner, and the purpose of these 3 questions is to discover 2 things. The first thing that I want her to discover is what is the depth of knowledge that her financial planner has about cryptocurrency and about Bitcoin. I wanted her to know how knowledgeable is this person that's actually giving her advice about cryptocurrency and about investing in it. The second thing that I wanted her to discover is, does this person have a positive bias, a negative bias, or is preferably closer to a neutral bias when it comes to cryptocurrency? So, having said that, let's get into it. The first thing is, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and what I shared with my mom. I am not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. So, I was watching mainstream TV, and it was the financial news, and this was actually on one of the networks that specializes in business or financial news. And on that network, they had a billionaire, and they were there talking about an entirely unrelated subject. They were talking about stocks and investing. And out of the blue, the host asks the billionaire about Bitcoin. And the billionaire goes on this rant and rave, and it spews all of this negative stuff that was factually untrue. I mean, he's saying that the only people that use Bitcoin are criminals, and they're drug dealers, and they're terrorists, and they're doing money laundering. And he was talking about how terrible Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was and all of that. Obviously, he has a very negative bias about cryptocurrency, and that's the first thing is that a lot of people that are very, very respected out there, that even financial planners normally have a high degree of regard, are out in the public spewing factually untrue information about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrency, and some of them have an extremely negative, incorrect bias in regards to cryptocurrency. And so my concern is that my mom would be talking to a financial planner who has a negative bias that was not based on any factual information. And it could have been based, anyway, there's a million different reasons why somebody would have a negative bias about cryptocurrency, about Bitcoin, about any particular cryptocurrency asset. We would have to handle it on an individual basis, and there's a million different reasons why somebody would have a negative bias, so we don't need to go over that. The other thing is, does your financial planner have a fact-based understanding of cryptocurrency? And so that's also very important, because some people jump to judgment before they have any kind of information, or they've jumped to judgment with factually untrue information. And so we really want to understand how deep has this person gone into their own discovery of what is cryptocurrency and what is Bitcoin and what makes it a good or a bad asset from an investment perspective. And so that's really the key, because you're paying, a financial planner is paid to give financial advice. And so I'm not a financial planner. This is not financial advice, but this is information that can be useful in understanding where a financial planner is coming from in regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let's get to the first question I asked my mom. This is question number 1 that I gave her. What is the current market cap and trading volume of Bitcoin? Now, I don't care if the financial planner knows the exact dollar amounts for what the current market cap is. What I am interested in is, do they have a relative idea of how much business, how much volume is actually happening in the cryptocurrency market? So here's a website where you can get that information for yourself. This website is CoinMarketCap. I will have a link so that you can look this up yourself at any time, because this changes on a daily basis. Today is October 5th, 2019, and at this moment, Bitcoin is trading for $8,184 per Bitcoin. And the current market cap is 147 billion, that is with a B as in Bravo. $147 billion is the current market cap of Bitcoin. That's the total value of all of the Bitcoin tokens in existence. The volume in the last 24 hours was $12 billion. And, typically 12 billion is right in the ballpark. That's a little bit on the low side. Sometimes we're seeing 15 billion, 17 billion, 20 billion. But, back in the day when Bitcoin hit the $20,000 high of 2017, it's the last all-time high that we've seen with Bitcoin. It wasn't trading too much more than that. It was right around the 17, 18, 19 billion dollar range was where Bitcoin was trading at that point in time. And so we're actually pretty high in terms of the volume right now, given that the price is only at $8,000. So that's question number one. And one of the things that you're going to learn from asking your financial planner that question, and this is an easy question too. I consider this basic information about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrency. You're going to find out how current their information is in terms of what they know about its pricing and about its volume and sizes. But you will start hearing a bias as they speak. You'll start hearing a bias. Are they a negative person? Are they a positive person when it comes to cryptocurrency? Or do they live somewhere in the middle? And hopefully your financial advisor lives somewhere in the middle so that they'll give you a more balanced perspective. As you can tell, because I'm creating this video and because of the questions I was asking my mom and encouraging her to invest in Bitcoin, I have a very positive bias. I think it's a very good thing to do. But anyway, that's where my bias is. I'm just being upfront with it. So, question number 2. Do you know of any endowment funds investing in Bitcoin? Now, this is a little bit of a deeper question. This is a question that even people who are heavily into Bitcoin, people who have a lot of interest in cryptocurrency, they may not know the correct answer to this question. And so it just depends on how closely that person follows the news about cryptocurrency. So let me share with you the news that has to do with this answer. So this is an article from April 15th, but really I first heard about endowment funds investing in cryptocurrency back in November of 2018. So this particular survey, 94% of surveyed endowment funds are allocating to crypto investments. 94% of endowments have been allocating to crypto-related investments throughout 2018, a new survey published on April 12th reveals. The study conducted in quarter 4 of 2018 by trade publications Global Custodian and the Trade Crypto in partnership with blockchain security firm BitGo. Out of 150 surveyed endowments, 89% of the respondents were reportedly based in the United States, the rest either in the United Kingdom or Canada. The survey indicates that despite widely reported concerns around regulations, custody, and liquidity, endowments will continue to allocate investing to the new asset class, with only 7% of respondents saying they anticipated any decrease in their allocations over the next year. All the talk over the past 18 months, and this is a quote of Jonathan Watkins, managing editor at Global Custodian and The Trade. All the talk over the past 18 months has been around when institutional investors will begin participating in cryptocurrency investments. But it turns out they had already arrived in the form of endowments and endowment funds. So I think that's significant. But let's take a look at what kind of endowment funds are investing. As reported this February, the University of Michigan's $12 billion endowment unveiled plans to bolster its investment in a crypto fund managed by U.S. venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. Details of reported crypto fund investments from Ivy League titans Yale and Harvard surfaced in fall of 2018. So I mentioned that in November of 2018, I started reading articles about endowment funds investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And those particular articles were about Harvard and Yale making investments in cryptocurrency. But immediately after that, it was just weeks or days, I don't remember, but it was not long after that, I started reading other articles where other universities started coming out and making the same claims. The latter details of the reported crypto investments from Ivy League titans Yale and Harvard surfaced in fall of 2018. The latter of whose $39.2 billion endowment for the 2018 fiscal year was the largest of any university endowment globally. So here we have the world's largest university's endowment fund investing in cryptocurrency. Now, that says a lot of different things. The first thing that we want to look at is, did they have any financial planners that was making those decisions? What this shows you is this is evidence of highly educated, in key positions of investing billions of dollars, financial advisors that are making decisions to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So if your financial advisor is extremely negative about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, then find out why. Find out, is this a factual based negative opinion, or is it based on hearsay and untrue comments that they've heard through the media? Because my guess is that the folks at Yale and Harvard and the folks at the University of Michigan had done their homework before they started investing millions and possibly billions of dollars into cryptocurrency. Crypto investment claims have also been made for Stanford University, Dartmouth University, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the University of North Carolina. As reported this month, Harvard's endowment is set to become a direct investor in a planned $50 million token sale from decentralized computing network Blockstack. If approved, the sale would be the industry's first Securities and Exchange Commission qualified offering of a cryptocurrency token. That is significant to see Harvard, who is the largest endowment fund in the world, actually getting involved in a IPO. An initial public offering of a cryptocurrency that is the first Securities and Exchange Commission's qualified offering. Wow. So this article here gives us tremendous information. And the other thing that we want to note is they surveyed 150 other endowments, and 94% of them have been allocating to crypto-related investments throughout 2018, and only 7% are anticipating a decrease in their allocations as of April of 2019. So, the survey, I'm sorry, that's not correct. That's not accurate, because the survey was conducted in quarter 4 of 2018. So it was approaching the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019. And this was when when Bitcoin was trading. Bitcoin traded in the middle of December for $3,200. So it had been hammered from its high of 20,000 all the way down to 3,000, a low of 3,200, and didn't start recovering until later this year. All right, so that question, do you know of any endowment funds investing in Bitcoin, has a lot of ammunition to really understand where your financial planner is coming from and how much true, accurate knowledge they have about cryptocurrency. So here's the third question. The third question is, what does the New York Stock Exchange, Microsoft, and Starbucks have in common? Now, when I wrote this question out for my mom, that was about 3 or 4 months ago. And so the BAKKT exchange there wasn't as much publicity and hype about the BAKKT exchange 3 and 4 months ago. Because the BAKKT exchange went live 2 weeks ago on September 23rd, 2019, there was a lot of media attention and a lot of hype and a lot of information. And so your financial planner, this should be an easier question for them just because of the information that's been readily available. And so the BAKKT exchange, this is their website. It is an exchange that was built by a joint venture with the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange. Their name is ICE, ICE, which is short for Intercontinental Exchange. ICE owns 12 exchanges globally, including the New York Stock Exchange, and they own 8 different clearing houses around the world. I mean, they have them in Europe and they have them all over the world. And ICE does $9 billion a year. And so ICE is a company on par with Microsoft and Starbucks because they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, a multi-billion-dollar organization. And they spent 4 years building the BAKKT exchange. They spent 4 years and almost 500 million, that's with an M, $1 million setting this up and building the BAKKT exchange. Now, since it's gone live, the volume on BAKKT has been extremely low. We would have expected it to be in the millions a day, and it's been in the thousands per day, which is very, very surprising. We would have expected to see BAKKT much, much higher than what it's been doing. But given that it's backed by heavyweights like ICE, the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, Microsoft, and Starbucks, I'm still expecting big things from this sometime down the road and in the future. I think it's just a matter of giving it more time, but only time will tell. So that will also help you identify the kind of information, the kind of knowledge that your financial planner has when it comes to cryptocurrency. Are they aware of the BAKKT exchange? Are they aware that it was a joint venture between the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, Microsoft, and Starbucks, that they spent 4 years and almost $500 million, close to $500 million in building it? And so those are all important things to know if you're going to give somebody financial advice about cryptocurrency. My last thing for you today is, how can I be of service to you? Do you have any questions? You can contact me privately with the form that I have down below. If you have questions, comments, whatever, click on the link, go fill it out. It's a Google form, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below this video. And in the meantime, I hope that you'll like, subscribe, and hodl. I hope you have a fantastic day.